Welcome to the Herd Initiative. This is the beginning of a documentary, one that starts with a plan and follows the reality as it unfolds. What you're about to see is our attempt to build something meaningful in the Texas Hill Country, using every tool available to us, including artificial intelligence, to do it right. I want to take a moment to speak directly to you, not as a rancher, not as a businessman, but as a father, a steward of this land, and someone who believes deeply in leaving things better than we found them. I grew up watching the hill country change. I've seen herds come and go. I've watched genetics get diluted, land get overgrazed, and opportunities missed because nobody was documenting it, thinking far enough ahead, or being honest about what they were learning along the way. I want to do this differently. The Herd Initiative was born out of a simple question. What if we actually documented all of it? Not just the wins, the decisions, the mistakes, the things we didn't know yet. What if we used AI to help us plan and then followed through with cameras rolling so that one day our kids could look back and see exactly how it happened? This isn't a membership program. We're not selling anything. This is a record of what we're attempting and an invitation to watch us figure it out. So let me tell you about this ranch. It isn't just acreage on a map. It's a living, breathing ecosystem that has been carefully managed for decades. Nested in the heart of the Texas Hill Country, this property offers something rare. Elevation changes, cedar and live oak corridors, natural springs, and native grasses that haven't been touched by aggressive development. It's the kind of land that axis deer thrive on naturally, without forcing or supplementation. The terrain creates natural funnels and bedding areas. The water sources are consistent year-round. The browse is diverse. And the genetics of the deer already living here reflect decades of natural selection in a challenging and beautiful environment. This is where the story starts, right here on this land, and we're going to document every step of what comes next. Before we do anything, we plan it. That's actually where AI comes in. Not as a gimmick, but as a thinking partner. We've used it to model genetics, map the land, stress test our decisions before we make them. These are the beliefs that shaped what it told us to build. We believe that genetics matter, not just for trophy quality, but for the long-term health and resilience of the herd. We believe that land and deer are inseparable. You cannot have a great herd without great land management. We believe in transparency. If we're asking you to trust us with something as important as your investment and your legacy, you deserve to see exactly how we operate. We believe in multi-generational thinking. The decisions we make today should benefit the people who come after us, not just ourselves. And we believe in documentation. If you're going to do something worth doing, you should have the courage to show your work, the good, the hard, and the unexpected. That's what this series is. So what's the plan? What are we actually trying to build? A herd of Texas axis deer managed with genuine intentionality, documented bloodlines, recorded decisions, honest results, not a highlight reel, the whole story. The plan is to use AI to model what great looks like before we spend a dollar, to map genetics, pressure test management choices, and build a picture of what this herd could become over the next decade, and then actually try to do it. And the dream is that someday our kids watch this back and see how it started before we knew how it turned out, when it was still just a plan on a screen and a piece of land in the hill country. Here's what we're committing to, not to partners or investors, but to ourselves and to whoever is watching. We commit to showing the real process, not just the good days. The days we get it wrong, rethink the plan and start over. We commit to documenting every significant decision, on camera, in writing, with the AI models we used and the reasoning behind them. We commit to thinking in generations, not seasons. The animals we select today, the land improvements we make this year, those decisions should hold up 20 years from now when someone watches this back. And we commit to honesty. If the plan changes, we'll say why. If something doesn't work, we'll show it. Here's where we are right now. We have the land, we have the animals, we have a plan that we built with AI, modeling genetics, projecting outcomes, mapping what needs to happen and in what order. And we are just beginning to execute on it. This first chapter of the Herd Initiative is the planning phase, where you see the vision before it meets reality. Future chapters will follow what actually happens. The first animals selected, the decisions that turned out to be right, the ones we had to rethink. This is episode 1 of what we hope will be a very long series. What we're promising to ourselves, to the land, and to whoever follows this is simple. We will do this with integrity. Every animal, every acre, every decision gets made as if the camera is rolling, because it is. We will share what we learn, the AI models, the management decisions, the results, not a curated version, the actual thing. And we will keep going. This isn't a project with a launch date and a finish line. It's a decades-long commitment to the Hill Country, one that we're choosing to make visible so that others can learn from it too. So what do we want from you? Nothing, really. We're not recruiting. We're not selling memberships or asking for buy-in. What we're asking is simpler than that. Watch. Watch this first episode where the plan exists only on paper and in AI models and in our heads. Then watch what comes next as we start to execute it. Watch us get some things right and figure out what we got wrong. If you're someone who cares about the Hill Country, about genetics, about doing things with intention, this story is for you. Not because you can join it, but because it's worth seeing how something like this actually gets built. Here's what comes next. Episode 2 will follow the first real decisions, the animals we select, the land work we begin, the moments where the plan meets the ground for the first time. After that, we keep filming. Season by season, decision by decision, we'll show the AI models updating as the data comes in. We'll show what changes and what holds. This is a long story. We're at the very beginning of it, and we want you to be watching when it gets interesting. Thank you for watching episode 1. This is the Herd Initiative, a documentary series about what happens when you decide to build something real, document every step of it, and trust that the process itself is worth sharing. We used AI to build the plan. Now we go find out if the plan was any good. Stay with us. For the deer, for the land, for whoever's watching when we figure it out.